Hockey? Cal asked.
Almost as good, Piper promised. You fought at the side of Jason and the Argonauts, didn't you? On a ship like this? The first Argo?
Yes, Zethys agreed. The Argo, much like this, but we did not have a dragon.
Don't listen to her,
Keone snapped. Piper felt ice forming on her lips.
You could shut me up, she said quickly. But you want to know my secret power? How I will destroy you, and Gaia, and the giants?
Hatred seethed in Keone's eyes, but she withheld her frost.
You have no power, she insisted. Spoken like a D-list goddess, Piper said. One who never gets taken seriously, who always wants more power.
She turned to Festus and ran her hand behind his metal ears.
You're a good friend, Festus. No one can truly deactivate you. You are more than a machine. Keone doesn't understand that.
She turned to the Boreds.
She doesn't value you either, you know. She thinks she can boss you around because you're demigods, not full-fledged gods. She doesn't understand that you're a powerful team.
A team, Cal grunted. Like the Canadians. He had to struggle with the word since it was more than 2 syllables. He grinned and looked very pleased with himself.
Exactly, Piper said. Just like a hockey team. The whole is greater than the parts.
Like a pizza,
Cal added. Piper laughed. You are smart, Cal. Even I underestimated you.
Wait now, Zethys protested. I am smart also, and good-looking.
Very smart, Piper agreed, ignoring the good-looking part. So put down the wind bomb and watch Keone get humiliated.
Zethys grinned. He crouched and rolled the ice spear across the deck.
You fool!
Keone yelled. Before the goddess could go after the spear, Piper cried,
Our secret weapon, Keone! We're not just a bunch of demigods. We're a team. Just like Festus isn't only a collection of parts. He's alive. He's my friend. And when his friends are in trouble, especially Leo, he can wake up on his own.
She willed all of her confidence into her voice, all of her love for the metal dragon, and everything that he'd done for them. The rational part of her knew this was hopeless. How could you start a machine with emotions? But Aphrodite was not rational. She ruled through emotions. She was the oldest and most primordial of the Olympians, born from the blood of Uranus, churning in the sea. Her power is more ancient than that of Festus, or Athena, or even Zeus. For a terrible moment, nothing happened. Keone glared at her. The Boreds began to come out of their daze, looking disappointed.
Never mind our plan, Keone snarled. Kill her!
As the Boreds raised their swords, the dragon's metal skin grew warm under Piper's hand. She dove out of the way, tackling the snow goddess, as Festus turned his head to 180 degrees and blasted the Boreds, vaporizing them on the spot. For some reason, Zethys' sword was spared. It clunked to the deck, still steaming. Piper scrambled to her feet. She spotted the Spear of Winds at the base of the foremast. She ran for it. But before she could get close, Keone materialized in front of her in a swirl of frost. Her skin glowed bright enough to cause a snow blindness.
You miserable girl, she hissed. You think you can defeat me? A goddess?
At Piper's back, Festus roared and blew steam. But Piper knew he couldn't breathe fire again without hitting her, too. About 20 feet behind the goddess, the ice spear began to crack and hiss. Piper was out of time for subtlety. She yelled and raised her dagger, charging the goddess. Keone grabbed her wrist. Ice spread over Piper's arm. The blade of Catropus turned white. The goddess's face was only 6 inches from hers. Keone smiled, knowing she had won.
A child of Aphrodite, she chided. You are nothing.
Festus creaked again. Piper could swear that he was trying to shout encouragement. Suddenly her chest grew warm, not with anger or fear, but with love for that dragon, and Jason, who was depending on her, and her friends trapped below, and Leo, who was lost and would need her help. Maybe love was no match for ice, but Piper had used it to wake the metal dragon. Mortals did superhuman feats in the name of love all the time. Mothers lifted cars to save the children, and Piper was more than just normal. She was a demigod, a hero. The ice melted on her blade. Her arm steamed under Keone's grip.
Still underestimating me? Piper told the goddess. You really need to work on that.
Keone's smug expression faltered as Piper drove her dagger straight down. The blade touched Keone's chest, and the goddess exploded in a miniature blizzard. Piper collapsed, dazed from the cold. She heard Festus's clacking and whirling. The reacted alarm bells started ringing. The bomb! Piper struggled to rise. The spear was 10 feet away, hissing and spinning as the winds inside began to stir. Piper dove for it. Her fingers closed around the bomb, just as the ice shattered and the winds exploded.